Have you ever felt guilty for saying no, even when you had every right to? Or maybe you've agreed to something that didn't feel right, just to avoid someone else's silent treatment, mood swings, or emotional meltdown. That uneasy pressure, that subtle manipulation, that's not just a tough relationship, it might be emotional blackmail. And the worst part? You may not even realize it's happening. Today, we're diving into what emotional blackmail really is, how to spot it, and most importantly, how to stop it. So what exactly is emotional blackmail? It's when someone uses your empathy, compassion, or fear of rejection to control your behavior. They make you responsible for how they feel. If you don't do what they want, they don't just get upset, they punish you. Not with violence or open threats, but with guilt, shame, and manipulation. It's not, do this or I'll expose your secret. It's more like, make me feel good or I'll make you feel awful. Let's say you tell a friend you can't hang out this weekend because you need time to yourself. Instead of respecting your boundary, they sulk, give you the silent treatment, or say something like, I guess I just don't matter to you anymore. You start second-guessing yourself. Are you selfish? Cold? A bad person? That's emotional blackmail at work. They're not just disappointed, they're holding your feelings hostage to get what they want. Now, here's the part most people miss. Emotional blackmail doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It's built on beliefs, flawed ones. And to break free, you have to understand both sides. On one side, you have the blackmailer, the person doing the manipulating. At their core, they believe they are entitled to emotional comfort from others. They think it's your job to make them feel good, and when you don't, they feel justified in punishing you emotionally. They refuse to take responsibility for their own feelings, and instead demand that the people around them do it for them. Then, on the other side, you have the blackmailee, the person being manipulated. And here's where it gets tough, because this person usually isn't weak or foolish. In fact, they're often kind, empathetic, and eager to please. But they carry a dangerous belief that they are responsible for other people's emotions, that it's their job to keep everyone happy, even at the cost of their own well-being. While the blackmailer is driven by a mindset of taking, the blackmailee is driven by a mindset of giving. One believes their emotions are everyone's problem. The other believes everyone's emotions are their problem. One demands control, the other surrenders it, voluntarily. This is how emotional blackmail thrives. The manipulator wants power, and the person being manipulated wants approval. It becomes a loop. The blackmailer needs the blackmailee to give in, and the blackmailee needs the blackmailer's approval to feel worthy. So what's the big deal? Isn't that just how some relationships work? The truth is, these dynamics destroy intimacy. Real connection, true love or friendship, comes from mutual respect, freedom, and understanding. Emotional blackmail replaces all of that with power games. It becomes a relationship not of equals, but of domination and submission. It's not love, it's mutual slavery. And the consequences are long-term. The blackmailer becomes more entitled, more emotionally fragile, more dependent on others to feel okay. The blackmailee becomes more anxious, more self-critical, and more distant from their own needs and identity. It's a recipe for burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. So how do you spot emotional blackmail? Look for patterns of guilt-tripping, silent treatment, emotional withdrawal, or subtle threats, like, I don't know what I'll do if you leave me, or, I guess I just don't matter anymore. These aren't open conversations, they're emotional ultimatums. And how do you stop it? First, recognize that you are not responsible for other people's feelings. You can care about someone without carrying their emotional baggage. Set boundaries and stick to them. Saying no doesn't make you cruel. It makes you honest. And when someone tries to guilt-trip you, don't rush to fix it. Let them sit with their feelings. You are not their emotional janitor. Second, watch your own self-talk. If someone calls you selfish, do you automatically believe them? Do you scramble to prove them wrong? That's a red flag. Emotional blackmail only works when we believe the lies we're told about ourselves. Learn to trust your own judgment over someone else's emotional pressure. Third, build relationships based on mutual responsibility. Healthy relationships allow both people to express needs without forcing the other to comply. It's not about winning or losing. It's about understanding and choosing freely. Emotional blackmail may be common, but it doesn't have to be your normal. When you learn to spot the signs, break the cycle, and reclaim responsibility for your own emotions, not everyone else's, you create space for relationships that are rooted in trust, not control. You deserve connection without coercion, respect without pressure, love without fear. And that starts by saying one simple word with confidence: no. If you found this video meaningful and interesting, drop a comment below and share your experience. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find this content useful. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.